I'm Swimming Pool Steve, and here are 5 convincing reasons to get a swimming pool. Well, we should start off by addressing the fact that pools are pretty expensive, like maybe one of the biggest luxury items you could possibly own. But there's a spectrum here. Like, I'm not talking about everyone should get $100,000 swimming pool. You could get a swimming pool for $1,000. You could get a used one for less than that. And I'm talking kind of like your above ground swimming pools, your entry level, your portable, your temporary swimming pools. There's a whole line of these things, and they're more than enough to be able to splash around, especially if you're a little kid, and you can have a lot of fun and beat the heat in the summer, and it's not costing you an arm and a leg. So I do admit that swimming pools are kind of an elite thing, like an ultimate luxury. But they don't have to be. They can be fairly affordable on the entry level, and that's kind of my first point here. For a reason why you should get a swimming pool is you could get one for not that much money. They don't have to cost you an arm and a leg. You can get one for a few hundred or 1,000, all the way up to and including X amount of dollars. Like, there's basically pool packages for every budget, depending on what you're looking for and what you're expecting to get. So let's talk about another reason to get a swimming pool, and this is the health benefit of having one. I mean, what is better than a swimming pool in terms of full body exercise that is low impact on your joints, and pretty much everybody recovering from injuries, things like that, they're told to go use swimming pools regularly because they're such a great form of exercise, and it's really easy on the body, like way easier on your body than jogging or doing any other high impact sports like that. So the health benefits are great. Plus, it's 24 hours a day available to you. Like, maybe not if you live in a cold climate area, but it's your pool. You can use it anytime you want. It's not like you have to go down to the local rec center to use the workout equipment. That's not as convenient. You've got it at home. If it's a good day, you could use it 3 times in a day, and you're going to get health benefits every time you use it. So that is a very, very good reason to get a swimming pool, because what's more important than your health? The next reason you should think about getting a swimming pool is, the reason that I had one growing up. Swimming pools are great at tiring out children. I mean, kids are just known to have endless energy, right? But there's nothing that can sap that energy better than a swimming pool. And the best part is the kids love it. You can barely keep them out of the thing. Their lips are blue and their teeth are chattering, and you say, "Aren't you cold? Don't you want to get out?" It's like, "No, no, I'm still having a good time. I want to keep swimming." And eventually, when you drag them out of the pool, they are so exhausted, they just drop into a heap on the ground and fall asleep. And that is why a lot of parents get a swimming pool, because it really, really is an effective way to entertain your kids in a way where they're not just on their phone all day and they're not just watching TV. They're doing something outside, they're getting exercise, they're playing, they're having fun the way it's meant to be. And that kind of brings me to my next point here. When you're in a swimming pool, you're not on your phone. And I mean, there's so few things these days that you do, especially as a family, where everybody's face isn't just buried into their phone. And supposing you could get your kids off their phones for a little bit, they're resenting you the whole time for it, but not in a swimming pool. So this is a huge benefit. Like, you probably can't name another thing that you can get your kids as engaged doing where they're not using their phone, and you're, conducting yourself as a family and talking and having fun. I would love to see some comments in the comment section below if you've got any ideas that would be better than a swimming pool at accomplishing this. So swimming pools are good for family, and they're good for creating family memories, and that's something that I strongly endorse. If you're thinking about getting a swimming pool or looking for a good reason to get one, that's pretty high up there to me. So coming to my last reason here about why you should get a swimming pool. I mean, I feel like everything's been fairly convincing so far, but the best part is we're kind of entering a golden age for swimming pool equipment and things like home automation. And while we might not be there yet where you just get a big red easy button that you push and the pool takes care of itself, we're closer than ever. Swimming pools take less time than they've ever taken before, and information is more readily available to pool owners than it has ever been before, traditionally speaking. And so it should be easier for you to care for your own pool. And supposing you don't want to do that, there's probably a ton of local companies available to you which would be happy to take care of your swimming pool for you. So it doesn't have to be this monstrous commitment in terms of the time that you spend taking care of it and the money that you spend taking care of it. I mean, maybe at the beginning there's a learning curve, but once you get that under control, the day-to-day time and money it takes to take care of a swimming pool is not all that much money. Like, I mean, the real luxury is in the getting and installing one. And if you're careful about how you run yours and you buy a variable speed pump and you use a solar blanket on it at night so you're not letting heat and chemicals escape into the atmosphere, you can go a long way towards improving the efficiency of the average backyard swimming pool, bringing that cost and time expectation down into something a little more reasonable to the average person. We're all very busy people these days, and nobody really has time to commit to huge projects around the home. And in a way, a swimming pool could be that because it is a permanent commitment. But again, we're in a golden age here in terms of automation and controlling your pool pump with your phone. And oh, if you want the pool to be warmer because you're going to swim tonight, you could probably just log in with an app on your phone and increase the heat on your pool heater. And that's awesome. And that's pretty new. And it didn't used to be that way. So again, pool ownership is easier than ever. I mean, if you're talking about automation systems, you are talking kind of about the upper echelon, so to speak, of pool installations, because installation or automation systems are going to be some of the more expensive options if you're talking about swimming pool options, but they're out there and there are affordable ones for more entry level pools as well. Like most manufacturers will have between 3 and 5 levels of automation that you can choose from very entry level stuff up to systems that can operate 64 variable speed pumps at the same time. So there's all kinds of options out there. And no matter what your budget is, you can probably find a pool that will fit into that budget. And hopefully, this list of very convincing reasons to get a pool was enough to convince you. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.